A non-domesticated bird pooped on me today. A cow also pooped on me today, but that one was my fault. So, in order to understand the significance of said pooping, we must travel far back in time to when I graduated from high school. Now, by the time I had graduated from high school, I had been pooped on by a bird enough times for me to be known as a person who got pooped on by a bird. And then, when I was in college, I went to Florida with my friend Bennett, and my friend and roommate, Bennett. And she had a Honda Civic, as most cool people did back in the day. And we were going back home to her parents' house after being out doing stuff, and she had the sunroof open, and it was late at night. It was dark. She had the sunroof open. I don't know. She was always hot, and probably still is always hot. Anyway, because she lives in Kenya. Okay. Anyway, so we're traveling down the driveway, moving at a decent pace as one would while you're traveling down a long gravel driveway. And all of a sudden, for no reason, a bird poops and has the meticulous timing to go through the sunroof and onto my head. In the car, in a moving car. Can y'all? So then, I was at work at the Sports Authority, and I was living in Colorado. And I was at this event that they called Sneagrab, which was parking spelled backwards. And it was a tent event, and I was in Colorado Springs, and I was working security. And I was standing outside of the tent, working security, which I obviously didn't do a good job because a bunch of people stole, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day, and I caught them, so don't worry. Anyway, so I was telling this guy that was with me this story about all the times a bird had pooped on me, including the moving vehicle bird pooping. And while I was telling him the story, a bird pooped on me. While I was telling the story. What? So by this point, I'm mad. Like, what do birds have against me? What have I done to birds? Like, I am an animal lover, okay? And at the time, I didn't even eat chicken, okay? So, I don't know why all of a sudden they'd be pooping on me. So, I vowed then and there to never speak of birds when I was outdoors. So, then I went to Mexico with my friend Darlene. And I had preluded to some potential bird issues with her. And I told her that I couldn't talk to her about it unless we were inside. So me and her were at a pavilion, where they served food. And it was a covered pavilion with food. And so we were sitting there, and she was like, well, we're in a covered pavilion. Why don't you tell me the story now? So I began to tell the story of the birds. And guess what? A bird flew into the pavilion and pooped on me. After that event, I vowed to never speak of birds again. And I have kept up my end of the deal. And I don't understand why today, of all days, a bird would choose to violate me in such a manner. Why on this day? I've done nothing.